Hi, everyone. I think we can get started now. I know there are a couple more people that are still signing in, I can see. So as they sign in, we can get started. And thank you guys for joining us and welcome to the BlueBridge One Training Program webinar. And this session, as advertised, is just to get insights from our trainees and hear their stories, as well as to prep you guys on how best you can get your application across and also to know what exactly the graduate program is. So just to get started, we are going to get started with our introduction for today, just so that you know who is in the webinar, what we do, and what you can expect to hear, and the questions you can expect to ask, so you'll get to know who to direct those questions from. So I'll start off with Vanessa. She is our Resource and Talent Development Manager. She's going to be taking us through the program, the plan, and the reason why we started the program. She's the brains behind putting the program together and piecing it together. So she's the person to hear from as far as how this program is going to benefit you. And my name is Tariro. I am the Talent Acquisition Specialist responsible for finding you guys and also ensuring that you have the best recruitment and onboarding experience when you send in your applications and go through the process with us. And we also have Annalie. She is our service delivery manager who will be answering questions related to one of the programs that we have, which is the sales internship program. And our very esteemed panel is today, we have our graduates and our former graduates. So we have Nasika. She is currently doing her year 2 of the implementation consulting training program. We also have Toby, who recently completed his 2-year training program based in the UK and is now an associate implementation consultant. We are also joined, Nicole is joining us again as an implementation consultant, previously a trainee from South Africa who completed her training program. And we also have Tulu. She is currently doing her year 2 of the graduate training program with us. So you will get to hear from each and every one of them, and they will take you through their journeys as we get along. And I'm just conscious of the fact that we only have 30 minutes with you guys, although we would have loved for it to be longer. So I've done my speed talk for now, and I'm going to open up the floor for us to just get to know a little bit of who we are at BlueBridge One. So I would like to say that at BlueBridge One, we are tied to our values as a business. Why are we tied to our values as a business? The industry is filled with a lot of capable people, talent by skills, talent by experience, talent by academics. But the one thing that separates us from our competition and has kept us at the number one, I think within our business and our industry, are our values, which we believe make us who we are. And our values at BlueBridge One are integrity, one, accountability, and enterprising. And as you can read on the screen, our integrity talks mainly about doing the right thing all the time when no one is looking. And this is something that we're committed to doing, not just for our customers, but for our people as well. And our one value is one of the most important values for us, because our diversity makes us stronger, not just based on our backgrounds, but also based on our diverse skill sets as people. And our knowledge sharing also comes from this one value, because a lot of people have so many things that they know. And this graduate program is a result of us knowing and wanting to give back to the younger people, to the young generation, and to the newer people, to the newer professionals that we have in the industry. And our accountability value makes us honest people. We are accountable for the things we do right and the things we don't do, or the things that we don't know so well. Again, the graduate program or the training program that we have is also to address these things. There are things that you guys are learning at school that we don't know about, that we are so curious for you to bring into the business world. And our accountability value plays an important role to open this opportunity up for you guys to teach us what we don't know, and for us to help you be accountable for the things that you might need to know in the future. And our enterprising value, which I believe has been, for me, it's my favorite value at BlueBridge One, because it helps you think outside the box. Imagine all of the things that you imagine to do and say, oh goodness, I wish I could create this, or I wish I could be a part of this project. At BlueBridge One, we are encouraged to be enterprising. And we boldly embrace innovation. Like I said, again, sharing our knowledge to always seek to help our customers and our people thrive. And based on these 4 values, I'm hoping that you keep them at the back of your mind as you hear the stories and you understand the program, so that when it's time for you to, for us to interact and the Q&A session opens up, you're able to kind of have a bit of insight into the type of questions that you feel you need answers to. No question is too small, no question is too silly. And at this juncture, I will open up the floor for Vanessa to take us through the purpose and the plan for this this training program that we have.
Thanks, Tariro, and welcome to our prospective learners for 2025. I'm very excited to host it with Tariro and our grads and our interns that's on the call with us. This program's really been designed and is custom-made for BlueBridge One and for our industry. So the training is really focused on how do we create our own consultants in the market. NetSuite is our program, and it's very difficult to get NetSuite consultants. But to understand that software is to understand the software. But to be a consultant, you need to be more than just understanding the software. You need to be able, how do you talk to your customer? How do you think out of the box, like Tariro was saying, how do you become innovative? How do you understand your customer's requirement? How do you deal with stress? How do you deal with conflict? How do you communicate? How do you have courageous discussions? So the whole program is designed to teach you NetSuite and also to teach you that we call softer skills. I call it business skills that you need to be successful in the role. After your 2 years, you will have a certification that is well sought after in the market, and that's fully paid. So it's a 2-year course. It's a 2-year intern program. After 2 years, you get your certification, and then you have a possibility to become permanent and then move into your career path to become an associate consultant. Associate consultant is your first step in this big world of consulting. You can move on, please, Tariro. Okay, so what do we train in BlueBridge One? So it's about your career growth. It's about how do we prepare you for this journey in ERP and consulting. So it's really teaching you the valuable skills, give you hands-on experience. So you're not just going to have the theory, and yes, you're going to have that, but within your first 6 months, after your first 6 months, you will go on a project and you'll actually start working with the consultants and with your customers. You will get mentorship. You will each have a mentor. It's a one-on-one mentorship where they will teach you industry knowledge, but also teach you how to be a consultant, be your father or your mother in this big world. We will also teach you how to get experience and how to get confidence. It's really important that you have confidence, because if you have confidence, you can achieve a lot in life. And if you assume confidence, your customer will talk to you. We are a global organization, so we are based in the UK, in South Africa as well. We also have offices or consultants in Romania and the Philippines. So you'll also get experience to experience other cultures, other way of working with people, other industries, other markets. So just broaden also your cultural awareness. And then obviously collaborate. How do we collaborate? How do we share your knowledge? Yes, we are going to teach you a lot of things, but you are going to teach us more. We are just going to, what you've learned in your universities or in your degrees, you're also going to bring it into our environment and also teach our consultants. We learn from each other. It's not a one-way learning journey. So there's 3 training opportunities, okay? So the one is the first one we do this year. So in BlueBridge One, we call it professional services or global services. That's where we implement our software system. That's where we talk to our customers. That's where we do all the business skills. But to be able to talk to our customers, we need sales. And we've decided this year that we are going to have a sales internship next year as well. So we're looking for this graduate that likes to talk, likes to go and hunt, likes to get opportunities and close the deal. So we're not just ERP, we will also teach you about the product. Obviously, you need to know what product you are selling. So that's also going to be a sales, and we are very excited for this one. The second one is our global services. So in global services, we have the function, we call it a functional consultant and a technical consultant. So a functional consultant is that implements the business process, and a technical consultant, sometimes we have to code our own little program to make a thing work. And that's a technical side. So we're going to definitely looking at, so if you're interested in coding, that's definitely the area that you need to go into. And then the third one is the support one. So in global services, we implement the system, and then from there it goes into our managed services where we support our customer. And you will then work in support. So support is the client will phone in or email in and say, I have an issue. The support consultant will look at that issue, try and resolve it. They can't resolve it. They will then send it to the customer success consultants, which are more senior consultants, and the senior consultants take it further. So from your support role, you can grow then. Do your support, you go to implementation. From your implementation, you can even become an architect. You can go into pre-sales. And if you're in sales, you can start in lead gen, where you start looking for opportunities. You can go into account manager, where you can look after various accounts, or you can go into new business, where you go and hunt and you go find new business. And in your technical side as well, you start as a technical associate technical consultant, and you move in a technical path. Like you will move in a functional path, you can become a technical architect, and you can even go into, don't know if you want to go into sales if you're technical, but the techies are very different than the others. But that's the three opportunities we have for 2025. Tariro?
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to open up the panel for the recent and former graduates to take us through what they did when they applied for these roles. And I'm sure this is something that you as the attendees are curious, as prospective candidates are curious to find out, how do I get in? What should I do? What makes my application different? So we'll start off with Nasika. She's going to take us through what she did when she applied, what she thinks was the key to making her get the place. And we're just going to go in the order of Nasika, Toby, Nicole, and Tulu.
Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so what I did when I applied. So if I can think as far back, I had graduated in September 2021. So since it was pre-COVID, the job market was very competitive. So it was kind of difficult to find a job. I remember I was applying and searching for every graduate type of program or internship available. I remember it was on Indeed when I saw the BlueBridge One graduate program job. So what attracted me to it was, I remember the job description being very detailed. It gave a breakdown of what the program was about, including any benefits. And that's what led me to apply to this program. So what I did in order to prepare me to actually apply to this program is I tailored my CV quite well to what the program was asking for. So any skills that I had acquired in university, the projects that I've done in university, I kind of gathered those skills and I put it in my CV. Based on what the job description of the training program was like. I also used lots of resources such as YouTube to prepare me well for this as well. So if in the event that I had gotten an interview, I made sure that I was quite well prepared with answers relevant to what they would sort of ask. I think this program is very rewarding. I remember Amanda, who was my recruiter, was so patient throughout this whole process, explained things quite well, and it made me very comfortable throughout the whole recruitment process. Yeah.
Thank you, Nasika. We're going to move on to Toby now.
Thank you. So yeah, before I applied, again, just like Nasika, I found the job on Indeed. I went straight over to the BlueBridge One website and did sort of my research, my due diligence, and then found that they were partnered with NetSuite and Oracle NetSuite. And then that sort of made me sort of dive a bit deeper into the research. So what was NetSuite? And I did a bit more research there. And sort of found that NetSuite is a cloud-based business management platform, and BlueBridge One sort of used to, well, still does provide solutions to businesses that use that platform. And it was sort of in line with what I wanted to do in the future. I wanted to build meaningful and positive solutions for businesses so that they could scale and grow. And that prompted me then to go onto a website called Glassdoor. So what Glassdoor does is it sort of shows the business overview, shows some reviews, shows how sort of the size of the company. So I went and had a look there. They were all really positive reviews, and that prompted me then to apply. And then I received a message from Terry, where we set up a meeting, and yeah, very, very glad I did. So yeah, that's my end.
It's lovely to hear. And then we're going to move on to Nicole.
There we go. Everyone can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so same, so how I applied, same as Toby and Asika. I saw the program on Indeed. At first I was really unsure because what I studied had nothing to do with it didn't have any technical backgrounds. I was very unsure, is this actually for me? Because I had a very economics driven degree that I studied, and this was sounding very technical to me. But that being said, I also realized that the world that or the way the world is transforming is that everything is just becoming technology based. So that is the way the world is evolving, and it's either you get on a bus or you will be left behind. And also, so this career opportunities seem like a challenge to me. And I was like, okay, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Either way, I'm just going to apply. I then applied to the graduate program. I was then contacted by Amanda. I then had my interview with her. I explained to her I was very nervous because I'm not sure my field that I studied had anything to do with what NetSuite was. I did my research, what NetSuite was, what BlueBridge One was about. She then said, rest assured, they're not looking for any career or any degrees that is technology or any degrees that was IT degrees. She said, rest assured, if it's for you, it's for you. I'll then explain. She then explained, and she explained that the program is there to groom you into a consultant, and it's more than just the technical side of it. And that really excited me. And I told her, okay, let's do this. And then I then did a lot of assessments, went through the recruitment process, and she then called me on one Monday afternoon and said, you got the job. And yeah, from there it was all good, and just really glad, and I appreciate that I could be part of this graduate program so much. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. And Kulu.
Good afternoon, everyone. So when I applied through LinkedIn. I recall when I was applying, I filtered my search criteria to just display grad programs that are in Cape Town, that are in the IT space, because I wanted to align the graduate program with what I had studied. And then I had gone through the recruitment process. I had also gone through BlueBridge One's website just to see the company and to just gain an understanding of what NetSuite is and what it offers. And then I also recall going through the previous grads experience, and that honestly really got me excited just to see how the program has helped them. And then I recall as well during the recruitment process when Tariro had given me the offer, she made a comment about how they've already mapped up my career path. So that really got me excited, because I remember in the interview, I did say that I was looking for something that was well structured. And I also consulted with family members that have been in the industry or that are already in the industry, just to gain advice and to just see how I could well prepare myself.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Kulu. I feel like every day we have these conversations. We've had them so many times, but I learn a new thing every time about your individual experiences, which I believe are some of the things that I think from Toby and Nicole, when they shared their experiences, we helped to make Nasika and Tulu and the other team members experience much better. And we're hoping that by you hearing what they have gone through, what they did, we're also hoping to make your experience as prospective interns and grads something that will be much better for you as well. So without wasting much time, I'm going to take you through again one of the most important parts or steps of this process, which is the recruitment process, or what the process is for you if you want to be considered for this. So our applications for the 2025 training program open up on from the 1st of January 2025, and they close on the 28th of February 2025. What that entails is the first step, which is submitting your application. You can apply online on our website, or you can send an email to us. The instructions for you to apply are available on our website, www.bluebridgeone.com. And you are going to then proceed to the second step, which is a screening interview, where we get to chat to you about the application and learn more about not just the program, but about you as well and your motivations for wanting to move. You're either going to be meeting me, or you'll meet my lovely colleague, Amanda, who will be assisting me with the recruitment process. And on the next step, if you are to be successful in the screening interview, you will then get to do a skills assessment. This skills assessment is really important because it helps us to see where in the line of skills you fall, so that we can best be able to assist you to know where you prefer to go. Remember, we mentioned we've got the sales graduate program, we've got the GS technical graduate program, and the GS support graduate training program. So as much as maybe you might not think you're suitable for a training for the technical program, this skills assessment might be the one that will assess you and let you know that you definitely are equipped to go on for that program. And then if you are successful with the skills assessment, you will get to meet our lovely hiring managers in a panel interview. Here you'll get a chance to present to them on a topic of your choice that I will share with you. I will share options that you can then present on, and you will most certainly be able to meet your future managers in this interview. And I always say, put your best foot forward, because this is definitely where the decision as to is your life going to be great or greater is going to be made. And once you've successfully completed the panel interview, you will then get successfully hired and get started on a journey of, I think it's one of the most beautiful journeys. I'm yet to meet someone who's joined BlueBridge One and say they instantly regret it. And I think I have Glassdoor to be my proof there, because we haven't had anyone who said they regret working for BlueBridge One. And I feel like this opportunity would be something that you would definitely benefit from. We will also be having a second webinar on the 15th of January, and this is where you're also going to be meeting our hiring managers and our managers, who will be telling you what to expect when you now start your training program. I know currently we're just discussing how to apply, how to get your best foot forward. And in this second session, Vanessa and the hiring managers will be digging deeper into the realistic training expectations. What are you going to be doing on a day-to-day? What are the expectations from your managers, and how you can then look to grow as far as with the program is concerned. I'm just going to open up the Q&A session now, so that you guys can ask us any questions that you feel might be, any burning questions that you might have that you think we should be able to assist you with. Okay, so we have the first question. Is the job only available for graduates with degrees?
I'll answer that one, Teriro. Preference will be given to people with degrees, but it's not limited to degrees people. We'll take it on one by one situation. I'm going to tell you what we're looking for. And Toby and them can jump in and say if I'm not telling the truth. Okay. Attitude. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for people that wants to take an opportunity that's given to them and be successful. And to be successful, it's going to take a lot of hard work, because the program is not a walk in a park. It's a lot of work. You have to study, You have to get your certification, and you are going to work on projects like a normal consultant. If your attitude is right, your mind frame is right, that I'm going to take this opportunity, I'm going to make something with that, you'll be successful. Be open-minded, be inquisitive, ask the questions, and I know, people are shy, okay, and we're all different, but speak to if you're too shy to talk in front of an audience, and we'll teach you how to talk in front of the audience. We'll teach you coping stuff you can do, tips and tricks, and that's all part of the training. Speak to your mentor. Or if something is not working, speak up. If you need something, speak up. So it's really, success means different things to different people. And that's why that's why we're doing the skills assessments as well. So even if you don't have a degree, if you don't have a degree, the skills assessments that the reader will be doing will also tell us about your ability, and we can work from there. So if you don't have a degree, I will encourage you still to apply.
Awesome. Thanks, Vanessa. And the second question is, hi, since the training program lasts for 2 years, what would be a milestone that grads are expected to reach within the first year?
So the first year is a set out program. It's very structured. There's a few things that you need to do. So you would need to go on, let me give you some examples. There is an Excel by Death course that you have to do, and you have to pass that. There is a business analysis course that you have to pass. There is presentation course that you have to pass. So there's certain things that you have to pass. And then you'll also be working on a project, and there's certain milestones in the project you have to pass. That's your first year. First year is learning whatever you can. And if you ask any other grads or interns or associates now, I always say your first year, any hour you can get, you must study, because your second year it becomes difficult. And if you speak to the grads now, they will say, so true. So it's really learning the first year. The second year, for you to be, and if you do all your milestones, your first year, all those little programs you have to do, little certificate tasks you have to do, you go to your second year. After your second year, you have to get your certification before you can get a permanent position and then move to associate. The certification is really difficult. It's not easy, guys. And that's why we always say in your first year, whatever you can study, if you study your NetSuite certification, we try and let you mirror that in your project. So let's say you learn order to cash, or you learn how to do a profit and loss account. That's just in accounting. We'll try and mirror that in a project for you. We also have a mock implementation that we do. So we have a mock implementation team that is not the real implementation team, but we mirror a real implementation that you also into that mock implementation. We have a lot of fun. We work very hard, but we also have a lot of fun. You must enjoy the program. You must really put your heart into this. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. We do not babysit. We do not babysit in the BlueBridge One. We treat each one as a grown up. So really, if you're eager to learn and make a success, apply for this intern program. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you, Vanessa. I'm conscious of time now, and this is the question to the graduates and associates. What is the most important characteristic you feel an implementation consultant should have that the graduate program helped you develop?
Should I go on my side first?
Thanks, Toby.
I think I would say definitely confidence. It's helped build my confidence. So when I first started out, I didn't know a lot about NetSuite. I was quite nervous about talking to other people about NetSuite. But as I've been learning and progressing, I've gained more confidence, and that's also helped show. It's also reflected with customers as well, because you're a consultant. Your job is to help the customers make a certain decision, I suppose, that will benefit them, and having that confidence will help reassure them that is the correct decision. So I think that's one of the most important.
Anybody else want to share their insights on what important characteristics they felt that they should have, or that they discovered that they needed to get, or that they got and had worked for them?
Okay. Oh, sorry. No, you can go, Nicole. It's okay.
Thanks. On my end, I wouldn't say it's a skill. I would say it's skills, and it's definitely the consulting skills that I acquired on during these 2 years on the program. Because it's one thing to know NetSuite and to know how the system works and just to know everything, but it's another thing to bring that message across to customers and also bring it across in a way that they understand how the system works, how it can benefit them. So definitely, and just the listening skills that go. So you have to figure out, we have to listen to what their problems are so that we can then provide them with the best solution to suit the company needs. So those consulting skills, definitely one of the most important ones.
Cool. Hulu?
Okay. So I was going to say that being open-minded, it definitely comes a long way. There'll be instances where you'll be assigned a specific task. So maybe because you don't have prior experience or exposure into it, don't be afraid to give it a try. So yeah.
Awesome. That's really nice. Cool. I don't know if we have any other questions, any burning questions. We have a comment from the attendees. They say, thank you, Vanessa and BlueBridge One team. Your answers were very insightful.
We're looking forward to see your application.
Definitely, we are. You're more than welcome to sign up for the upcoming webinar again, so that you are in early bird. This time around, we won't have as many seats open as we did in today's session. So the earlier you sign up, the better, so that you're able to meet your hiring managers as well as your potential managers as well, and also get to know the in-depth about what the program entails, what you will be doing. Applications, like I said, open up on the 1st of January. So you're more than welcome to get started on, sprucing up that CV of yours, getting to read a little bit more about what our graduates and our interns have been doing. We have our graduate page on our website, on the career page. Feel free to visit the page and read about what they've been getting up to, what it is that they've been enjoying, and start envisioning yourself as part of the team. And we definitely look forward to not just seeing you in the next webinar, but also to receiving your applications. I don't know if anyone from the team has anything to say as encouragement before we end the call. Anybody? I will say I'm definitely looking forward to your applications, you guys. And yeah, we'll see you again on the 15th of January for the second webinar. But I would prefer to see your CV before I see you again on the next webinar.
Yeah, in closing remarks, Teresa, thank you for organizing the webinar, and all the participants. Really appreciate your efforts that you've put in. And this is a very rewarding program. It's rewarding for BlueBridge One as individuals, but it's also rewarding to see that we can change somebody's lives and we can give people opportunities. That's also what we stand for, is to uplift and empower our youth of today. I know unemployment in South Africa is very high, so if we can make a little contribution towards the country and our youth, we do that with honor. So have a great festive season, be safe, take care of yourself, and then we see you in January again.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We'll see you. Bye.
Everybody.